Morning, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. Hope you slept well and you are ready to start this week off super positive and happy. So we're all going to start standing, a little bit different today than seated. And you can stand in the center of your mat if you're on a mat. Just make sure you have a little bit of space around you. I want you to ground the feet into the floor. And as you ground the feet into the floor, feel the inner thighs rotate in towards one another. As you do this, feel the sit bones, the hips, the front of the hips relax and the sit bones drop down. You can start with the hands at the hips if you would like. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. Feel the sternum lift up towards the chin. And then you'll tuck the chin and then lift the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And then feel again the ears in line with the shoulders over the hips, and then the hips over the heels. And even though you're doing that, you're still kind of rolling and pushing the weight into the balls of the toes. Hands can come to the heart now. Push the thumbs into the sternum. And as you close the eyes, feel the entire body grounding into the floor, but at the same time, lengthening up towards the ceiling. And as you seal the lips and close the eyes, start to breathe deeply in and out of the nose. We'll take a couple of breaths here all together. Deep, big inhale in. Full exhale out. One more time. Big inhale. Full exhale. Keep the eyes closed. Keep the lips sealed. And use the next few breaths to invite your intention into your day. So again, imagining how you would like your day to be. Maybe focusing on something specific. Do you want to stay present and mindful? Are you practicing being kind? Maybe it's just staying motivated. And take another breath, finding your intention today for yourself. And then you'll blink the eyes open. On your inhale, sweep the arms up. Remember that V shape that we've talked about. Hands come together overhead, and then exhale to bring the palms down to the heart. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, bring the arms out and up, palms touch. Exhale, pull the hands down to the heart. The body is still engaged, feet are still pressing into the floor. One last time. Inhale, out and up. Feel the palms touch. Exhale to pull the hands down to the heart. And then this time as you inhale, lift the arms out and up. Reach for the right wrist with the left hand. And as you grab onto that right wrist, pull up and then lean over to the left side. Soften through the right shoulder. And then feel the right foot grounding even more into the floor. Engage the core. And then take a few shakes, yes, with the head. And then a few shakes, no. And then keep the gaze looking down to the floor. Pull the right arm over just a little bit more so you can feel a little bit more stretch along the right side of the torso. Relax the right shoulder. Use the next inhale to come back to center. Switch wrists. Lift up through the left hand. Ground the left foot into the floor. And then exhale over to the right side. Soften the left shoulder away from the ear. Keep the core working here. And then as you root into the left foot, can you lean over to the right just a little bit more? Relax the shoulder down the back. One more full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale to come back to center. Extend the fingertips up and then come into a little back bend. Palms are together. Press the hips forward. Soften the shoulders. Keep reaching the heart forward. And then exhale to come back to center. Hands come to the heart. Close the eyes. Root the feet into the floor. Take another full breath in and a full breath out. Blink the eyes open. Inhale the arms out to a V. This time as you exhale, we're going to hinge forward, come all the way down over the thighs. Release the hands, widen the feet, grab onto opposite elbows, and then shake the head yes and no. Maybe give the head and neck a few circles, and then roll the weight a little bit into the toes. Feel the heart come closer to the thighs, and then tuck the chin so the crown of the head points to the floor. And then can you feel the length in the back of the thighs? Bring the heart a little bit closer to the front of the thighs to feel a stretch in the low back. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Take 2 more breaths. You can even start to sway from side to side. That feels good in the low back and the hips. You want to stay in stillness. Keep rolling the weight into the toes. Heart comes closer to the front of the thighs. 1 more full breath. Release the fingertips down to the floor. As you inhale, come up halfway. Reach the heart forward. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back. Roll the weight into the toes. As you exhale, fold forward. Navel comes down to the spine. Inhale, come up halfway once again. Roll the weight into the toes. Reach the heart forward. Exhale to forward fold. Walk the feet hip width distance apart, so right underneath the hips. Inhale halfway once again, reach the heart forward. Exhale to forward fold. Bend the knees, arms come out to the V shape. Inhale to rise. Palms touch. Exhale to bring the hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Full breath in. Full breath out. Eyes open. Inhale the arms out. Palms touch overhead. Exhale to bring the hands to the heart. Come all the way down into a forward fold. You're going to come down into your push-up position or a high plank pose. So when you do this, shoulders are right over the wrists. Spread the fingers wide. Reach the heels back. Press the earth away and feel that slight spread of the shoulder blades. Pull the belly button towards the spine. Reach the heels back. Make sure that the booty's not lifting into the air, but you're also not sinking the hips to the floor. Take 1 more big breath in this plank pose. Keep the arms pushing the earth away. And then use the exhale to come into downward facing dog. Lift the hips up. You can pedal out the feet, so walk your dog out a little bit. You can come into stillness. Wherever you are, you want to spread the fingers nice and wide, press the mat down and forward. Or if you're just on the floor, feel like you're pressing the carpet down and forward in front of you. And then reach the heels for the back. Feel the hamstrings lengthening. And then can you reach the sit bones or the tailbone a little bit higher to the ceiling? Take 1 more full breath. Take 1 more big breath in, and then let the heels settle as you exhale. On the next inhale, raise the right leg up, and you're going to stack the hip and bend the knee. So still press the palms down evenly, and the heart is still facing the palms, but that right knee is open. And then you can take circles with that right leg if that feels okay. Take a big breath here. And then look forward. You're going to plant the foot to the outside of the right hand. So you can help it forward if you need to. Walk the foot forward and then lower the left knee and untuck the toes. So you should be a little bit wider here when you stepped out to the outside of the hand. So pause here. Keep hugging the right knee close to the right shoulder and reach the heart forward. The top of the left foot is on the floor. Take a couple of breaths here. Lengthen the spine. Feel the ears in line with the shoulders and tuck the chin. And notice how the heart is reaching forward. Top of the foot is on the floor. 1 more full breath here. And then now you can choose to stay here, If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, I want you to engage and press into the top of the left foot. You'll lift the kneecap off the earth. Don't tuck the toes up. Reach the heart forward. If you want to go further, press into the top of the foot. Lift the back of the knee up to the earth or up to the ceiling and the knee away from the earth. Reach the heart forward. Keep pressing into the top of the foot. Feel the stretch in the top of the left thigh. One more full breath here. And then lower the left knee if it's lifted. You can choose to stay here with the toes untucked or tuck the back toes for support. Come up onto the fingertips. Walk the right foot in between the palms. And on your inhale, you'll rise up into low lunge. Arms are right alongside the ears. The core is engaged by pulling the belly button towards the spine. And then reach the fingertips up. Rotate the pinkies in towards one another. Feel the shoulder blades move down the back. Keep the core working. Make sure you're smiling. Take one more full cycle of breath to settle here. Feel that right hip pulling back so both hips are in line with one another. Use the next inhale to lengthen the fingertips up. Maybe look up with the gaze. And when you exhale, you're going to bring the hands all the way down to the floor. Palms come down, tuck the left toes to firm the leg, extend the right leg back into plank pose. Find your push-up position. Reach the crown of the head forward, heels back, press the earth away, navel comes to the spine. And again, make sure that the booty's not lifting, but the hips aren't dipping either. Have a straight line of energy, straight spine if possible. Take one more full cycle of breath. One more inhale, and then use the exhale to lift the hips into downward facing dog. As you press the sit bones up, press the mat or the floor down and forward. Heart comes a little bit closer to the front of the thighs. Palms are spread. Rotate the palms and the weight to in between the pointer finger and thumb. Take two more breaths here, softening the heels down to the floor. One more breath to settle. This time on your inhale, left leg is going to lift. Stack the left hip, bend the knee. The heart is still facing the front of the room. You can roll out that knee if you want. If that feels good, just make sure you're not hitting anybody in the face with your foot. Keep pressing the mat down and forward. Heart is coming closer to the front of the thigh. Take one more breath wherever you want to be. And then you're going to look forward, plant the left foot to the outside of the left hand. You can help walk it forward if you need to. And you're going to hug the left knee close to the left arm. Lower the right knee and untuck the toes. Reach the heart forward. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. You can come up onto the fingertips if you need to. If you need any props underneath the hands, you can go ahead and bring those into place just to lift the earth closer to the hands. And then make sure that the knees doesn't start to dump out to the edge. Hug it in. And then pull the left hip back. Keep engaging the core here to protect the low back. Take one more full cycle of breath. And then you can choose to stay here, or if you want to go a little bit deeper, this back foot is going to stay on top. You're going to stay on top of the back foot and just press in to the foot to lift the knee. Keep reaching the heart forward. Keep lifting the back of the right knee up towards the ceiling. Reach the heart forward. Take one more full cycle of breath. Nice, firm right leg. Very gently lower the right knee and untuck the toes. Bring the left foot in between the palms. Engage the core. And on your inhale, rise up into low lunge. Press into the ball of the left foot. Sink into that knee, and you can choose to tuck the back toes if you need to. Extend the fingertips up, rotate the pinkies in towards one another. Keep the core engaged. Take a couple of breaths here. Soften the shoulders, down the back. Keep lengthening the fingertips up towards the ceiling though. One more full breath in and a full breath out. Use the next breath to lengthen the fingertips up to the ceiling. Use the exhale to bring the hands down to the floor. Ground the palms into the floor. Tuck the right toes under to firm the right leg. Reach the heart forward and then extend the left leg back into plank pose. Reach the crown of the head forward. Lift through the back of the head. Take a big, deep breath in and a deep breath out. One more breath in, and then use the exhale to lift the hips, come back into downward facing dog. Rotate the weight in between the pointer finger and thumb. Press the floor down and forward. Soften the shoulders down the back. Lift the sit bones as high as possible. Hamstrings press for the back. Heels root towards the floor. Take one more full cycle of breath. And then we'll lower the knees, come into child's pose. Give the arms a little bit of a break. You can bring the arms right alongside the body if you'd like. Forehead comes down to the floor. And as you bring the sit bones back, can you soften the shoulders over the thighs? Feel the heart connecting to the tops of the thighs, shins connecting to the floor. Take 2 more cycles of breath here. And then on your next inhale, rise up. Find your table pose. Stack the shoulders right over the wrist. Reach the tailbone back. Take another full breath here to reach the crown of the head forward. And then we'll tuck the toes, find our downward facing dog. Lift the sit bones nice and high. Adjust the feet so you can extend the sit bones as high as possible. Bring the heart close to the front of the thighs. On your next inhale, raise the right leg. Look forward, plant the foot between the palms, and then you're going to spiral the back foot down, but step it up a little bit. So if you look and you were to draw a line, the heels would not intersect. This left foot is wider than the left foot is outside the right heel. And when you come up, you'll bend in the front knee. Heart is going to be facing forward. Hips are facing forward, but the back foot is sealed to the mat for warrior one. Arms come right alongside the ears. Sink into the front knee. Reach the fingertips up so you lengthen through the spine, but feel the shoulder blades move down the back. Rotate the pinkies towards one another. Keep the core working so you pull the belly button up and in towards the spine. Take one more full cycle of breath, sinking deeper into that front knee. And then I want you to bring the hands to the hips. Look forward. And you want to have enough space in front of you so you can come into warrior three. You're going to be balancing on the front right foot. You can do this in 2 ways. You can step the back foot up a little bit and then balance, or in one motion come into balancing on the front foot. Start with the hands at the hips. When you're ready, come into your warrior three. I like to bring the hands to the heart. Toes of the left foot are pointing down. Also the left hip points down. Sometimes it wants to reach up towards the ceiling. Keep rooting into the right foot. Reach the crown of the head forward. Reach the left heel back. Take one more big breath in. Keep finding your balance. And then step the left foot all the way to the back, coming into a lunge. So now you're going to be on the ball of the left foot. Extend the fingertips right alongside the ears, extending to the ceiling. Take one more breath in, and then use the exhale to bring the hands down to the floor. Step the left or the right foot back next to the left to find your plank pose. Press the floor down and away. Take one more breath into the body, and then lift the hips as you exhale into downward facing dog. Reach the heels for the floor. Take 2 breaths here to settle. Press the floor down and forward. Sit bones lift up. Heels reach to the floor. One more cycle to settle. On your inhale, extend the left leg up to the ceiling. Look forward. Plant the foot between the palms. You can help it forward. You're going to step the right foot out and up a little bit, and then seal the right foot to the floor. Bend in the front knee. Back leg is strong. Seal the outer edge of the pinky side foot to the floor. On your inhale, rise up. Warrior one on the left side now. Now, as you sink into the left knee, feel the right foot sealed to the floor. The heart and the hips are both pointing forward. Extend the fingertips up to the ceiling. Shoulder blades down the back. Rotate the pinkies towards one another. You're always keeping the core engaged to help keep the heart lifting. Take one more full breath here. And then the hands can come to the heart or they can come to the hips, preparing for warrior three. So your choice, you can either step that back foot in and then come into warrior three, or you can do one full motion. When you're ready, come into your version of warrior three. Extend the right foot back, hover the torso over the earth. Keep pressing into the ball of the left foot. You might feel the shake in the ankle. Take another full breath here to soften. Take one more breath in to find length. And then very gently step the right foot to the back of the floor or the mat. Hands can come to the heart or right alongside the ears for your high lunge. Lift the fingertips up, soften the shoulders, keep the core engaged. Take another big, deep, full breath. The next inhale lengthens the fingertips. The exhale will bring the hands down to the floor. Ground into the ball of the right foot. Extend the left foot back. Find your plank pose once again. Keep pressing the floor away from you. Engage the core by pulling the navel to the spine. Reach the heels back. Take one more breath in. And then drop the knees. Come into child's pose. Press the heels, the sit bones back for the heels. You can have the arms along the sides of the body or extended forward. Rest the center of the forehead onto the floor. As you find your breath once again, can you remember your intention? Take a big, deep breath, sealing your intention within. Keep the lips sealed. Stay in silence. Take 2 more breaths. On your inhale, you'll rise up to stack the spine, have the ears right over the shoulders, and then the shoulders right over the hips. Everything is stacked. So a lot of times when we do that, we kind of just will pull the head back. Think about lengthening the head up and then pulling the back of the head, not just the ears, pull the back of the head so everything stays aligned. And then keep everything grounded onto the floor. Root up towards the ceiling. Pull the shoulder blades together so that you're lifting through the sternum. Take another full breath here to soften. And then I want you to roll over the knees, tuck the toes, and then press back onto the balls of the feet. Find your squat pose. So you'll have the feet as wide as you would be on a mat. And if you can, have the bottoms of the feet onto the floor. So you might need to adjust your stance. Press the elbows into the thighs, lift up through the heart. Feel the booty dropping down between the heels. As you lift up through the heart, can you press the elbows into the knees to open the thighs even wider? Close the eyes here. We're going to take 3 breaths. Bring all of your awareness to your breath. Soften the shoulders. Lengthen the crown of the head. Keep lifting through the heart. Take one more full breath. And you'll come forward onto the hands. If you have crow pose in your practice, then you can bring this into a little crow pose, maybe lifting the toes off of the earth. If not, then we're going to just come right back onto the shins. This time, all the toes will be tucked though. And then you'll make sure that you get the toes tucked so you can press into the balls of the feet. Everything is stacked once again over the heels. Pull the back of the head so that the ears are in line with the shoulders. Palms can be face down on the thighs. See if you can let go here. Feel any resistance in the hips releasing. Crown of the head gets taller. Take 2 more breaths. And then you'll come all the way down to a comfortable seated position. Keep the legs crossed. Rock from side to side to ground the sit bones into the floor. And then I want you to bring the hands out in front of you. And then just start to bend at the wrists. So a lot of times we forget about this part of our body. And over time, especially with typing and being on our phones, we can incorporate wrist problems if we do not bring blood flow to this area. And all of us over time will have jobs that require our hands. So we really need to take good care of them now. And then wave the hands like you're doing a little dance move. Get that blood flow going. And then I want you to turn the hands the other way. Give the tops of the hands or the tops of the forearms a little bit of a stretch and into the palms. And do that on both sides. Don't forget to breathe. And then shake it out. And then the last thing for the hands, so you're going to bring one palm face up, one palm face down, and then start to pump the fist. We want to get blood flow coming into the hands and the wrists and the arms. So do that until it gets a little bit tight, and then keep going. Just a little bit longer. Keep pressing the palms away. Take one more breath in and a full breath out. And then bring the hands together. Press the palms together. Deep breath in and a full exhale out. Flip the palms the other way. Start to pump the fists. Feel that blood flow coming into the hands. And think about not only for typing, if you play music, if you are a gamer, got to keep the blood flow into the hands so we can do all of the fun things we enjoy. So take one more breath in. And then hands come together, full breath out. Press the palms together. Keep the eyes closed. Feel the thumbs pressing into the heart. Lips are sealed. Crown of the head is lifting up towards the ceiling. I want you to take this next breath here in silence to think about your intention for the day. How can you incorporate your intention to have a positive day? What can you do And what choices can you make to help make your intention a reality today? Take a full big breath in and a full breath out, smiling on your face. Blink the eyes open. Namaste. Hope you guys had a really great practice today. Hope no one got kicked in the face in any Warrior Threes. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to get up with me, even though if it's forced or not, I do appreciate you guys supporting and taking the time to practice with me. It does make a difference over time as keeping this habit and creating the time for ourselves. So just remember, it's worth it, even if we have to get up and we don't want to. I love you guys. I hope you guys all have a really, really great day. Let me know if you have any questions or if there's any, special things that you want to start trying. Happy to start kicking it up a notch. And I hope you have a great day. Love you guys. Take care. See you soon.